been a while since I've done a horse ranch speed build or built in Chestnut Ridge for quite some time, so I thought now's the time to do that. This is another limited pack build, but by no means is it a shell challenge or anything. I just wanted to build a beautiful ranch farmhouse inspired kind of house. So I built it on this lot located here, which is a 30 by 30 lot. I believe there's like some kind of starter home or something already here in this location, with like a little horse stable off to the side. But I just wanted to do a ranch of sorts, nice little farmhouse. So right now we are putting together what will be the front porch. And one of the most unique features about this build is there's like a wraparound porch that has an outdoor stone fireplace. I did not put any like horse related items like a horse barn or anything. But if you were to purchase a horse, there is some space where you could possibly add it to the lot, but there are plenty of things for your horse to do off the lot. As you can see, surrounding like in the world, there's like a bunch of different like fenced in areas and stuff. So it's a great location. I ended up calling this house Prairie View only because it's just got a great view. Like all around, there's like just mountains. You're kind of in the flats of Chestnut Ridge. Not quite desert, but still kind of lush and green, but there's just lots of pretty landscapes that basically surround this lot. So it's like the ideal location for a farmhouse. So just figuring out the wallpapering right now. I wanted to do this like gray, white, stucco kind of look, but we do change that out, and I end up doing like this white creamy color siding instead. I also put on all of these horse ranch related like beams around the wraparound porches, but we do end up shifting those around once I put this little trim, frieze, whatever you want to call it, around the edges of the wraparound porch. So yeah, I kind of had to repaint some things too, I guess, because it created like another room when I did that, when I did the frieze trim thing. Something interesting about this lot too is that the front door is off-centered. Yes. Yeah, so if that bothers your OCD, I'm so sorry. It actually didn't bother mine. I guess because I kind of made it look centered by like putting some windows above it, but it's really like not at all in the slightest. I also used tool here to resize the chimney because I just thought it was massive. But the chimney works for both fireplaces, which are indoor and outside as well. So there's one in the living room too when we get to that. Putting staircases up to get up onto the foundation here and creating another small little like balcony thing. This will end up becoming a dining room with a giant open barn door capturing the beautiful view out the backyard, which is basically just those rocks and trees there. Curving the staircase, plopping that right inside the front door here. Perfect little location and little alcove to do it. The house itself has 3 beds and 3 baths. So there's 2 baths on the first floor. And the primary suite is also on the first floor. Upstairs, you can consider it like a guest bedroom and like another kid's bedroom, and then a small little like study area in the stairwell. I also mixed roof textures, mixing shingles and the metal. I was doing some Googling and found some inspiration with some different farmhouses. And I noticed that this particular one I was looking at, which I drew some inspiration from for this build, actually mixed roof textures like that. And I thought that actually kind of looks pretty good. But that was in real life. So who knew how it was going to translate into The Sims 4? Because, you know, roofing is just, can be a bit tedious. But it actually worked out well. And I think it looks great in the end. I did mention this pack is a limited pack build. I ended up using only 3 packs. One of those being cats and dogs, which is one I don't believe I use very often. So I wanted to use that, especially for these beautiful doors that you can see that I put on the interior. They're like this nice, I don't know, rusticy farmhouse. And then they also had a door that had like a glass like upper portion. So I put that on the like side entrance here by the kitchen. But then there's also this like other entrance on the opposite side of the house, which I thought could be like a boot room, mud room kind of hallway thing. So if you were like coming in from riding your horse on that side like ring or you know, I don't really know what they call those, but you know what I mean. In the world, there's that like area where you can ride your horse around and kind of train them. So it's basically on that side of the house. So it's like perfect for when your Sims were to do that. Toying with the kitchen here, I could not decide on a color scheme. I didn't want it to be white, and I didn't want it to be like too light, and I didn't want it to have any color. I didn't also want it to blend in with the flooring. So that's another like troubling trick, I guess, that I was having kind of matching this out. I do something interesting where I put a dining room table in the center of the kitchen. I use this circular one from Horse Ranch. It's purely decorative. But I put some like different clutter on there, food related items clutter, just to kind of make it like it's an island, but not quite. And then we have the dining room there, and now I'm putting together the living room. If you would like to grab this build on the Sims 4 gallery, here is the gallery listing. Again, it's a 30 by 30 lot, 3 bed, 3 bath. The actual lot value, according to the gallery, is $74,845. But if you were to place it on this lot, in this location, you would need 77,245 simoleons. And again, I only use 3 packs. So Horse Ranch being the primary, cats and dogs for a couple of different items, including like the doors and stuff, and Dream Home Decorator, which was mainly for the kitchen and the kitchen cabinetry, but that was it. The living room's coming together quite nicely. I did put some clutter around in the kitchen, and I made this like built-in kind of feature over here. I was trying to find like a bookcase to go over here, but I could not find anything that would match the various wood tones I had going on in this build. So I thought, let's just use some upper cabinetry from the kitchen and just create this nice little like feature wall area. And I do put a mirror above, which that's actually a base game mirror, but the wood tone was pretty close. And that's really it for the living space. I did decide to come back. I took a little break for a second, and then I came back, and I decided to add this little bump out here just to make this like second floor bedroom a bit bigger. I wanted to kind of include like a reading area in it. So we do that. And there's also this little balcony off of this bedroom as well. Very nice bedroom, I have to say. Having the primary bedroom on the first floor is actually nice. I did use a Horse Ranch bed. I love this color. It's just so like soft but muted. It's just very nice. Use some oil lamps, the Horse Ranch dresser, mirror, and I do this interesting feature wall with this like soft blue, almost turquoise blue, like wood paneling, which is one I've never used. Pretty sure that, yeah, it did come with Horse Ranch. And then I kind of matched the wallpaper as close as possible. And I also carried that feature wall into the primary bath as well, which is attached and has double sinks, a toilet, a shower, and a tub in front of those floor to ceiling windows. Trying to fit curtains. There's not really many curtains that fit those like wider windows. So I decided to leave the curtains off. There are no curtains in the bathroom. We do tuck a shower in over here. I just use the Horse Ranch shower, which is all right. I mean, it's by no means luxurious. It's just kind of like surrounded in wood, but it's cool. I also found this base game, like, I don't know what you would call it, like a linen cabinet. And I kind of used the turquoise color of that. I think there were only 3 color options, which was like red, yellow, and then this turquoise color. And I'm like, oh, I've not ever really don't think I've ever used that. So let's use it. It kind of fit well with the bathroom's overall theme. And now I thought about continuing the wood paneling kind of feature in a different tone in like the main area. And then I decided just to go with the horizontal ones, which is just a lighter wood, pretty similar to the outside, except the outside is just more of like a white creamy color. And this is more of like a beigey wood tone, and just kind of painting now through the rest of the house and applying floorboards. I did do some different flooring. So I used Cats and Dogs hardwood in the bedrooms, which was that pretty white one in the master. And then I went with like a almost similar to the Horse Ranch hardwood in the other bedrooms in the upper floors. So very nice there, kind of mixing it up a little bit. I wanted to give each bedroom its unique look. Just trying to figure out what stone I wanted to use on these surrounding porches. And then I realized, uh-oh, we cannot have a door to nowhere. So we needed to add a staircase to this side door, which that's the horse entrance door, I guess, if you were to purchase a horse and kind of have it live here. And then you would kind of take them out training on that field over there next to the house. It's a great entrance to kind of get access to the house and potentially kick off your boots, even though like Sims don't really do that. I mean, they can take their shoes off, but in this particular case, yeah, it's cool. It's just a decorative kind of like hallway, but also nice to have a side entrance there. Putting the dining room together now, couldn't really decide on a color scheme here, but we end up going with blue again. And just kind of cluttering up with some dining room related clutter on the side table, and then trying to find items to stick inside this nice little cabinet here on display. And I was thinking of a rooster, but I found this horse ranch like decorative vase kind of thing, and I thought that's perfect. We'll throw that in there. And these beautiful cats and dogs paintings, they're ones that kind of like, they have like a bunch of different colors, but if you use them all like together, they actually make up one giant picture. But I mean, I didn't do that, but I just loved the color because it was kind of like landscapey, which is perfect for looking out that open barn door for the dining room there. Doing a little table here by the front door to kind of like place your keys and stuff. I didn't have the everyday clutter, so I couldn't place like the phone and the keys and stuff. Again, I wanted this to be a limited pack build, so that way it's accessible to many people. We're doing the downstairs bath now, and I did toy with putting the base game shower, but it's just so hideous, so ugly. I don't know, it just didn't really work, so I took that out and just did another horse ranch shower. The kitchen does look kind of sparse, but I do come back and I kind of clean that up. I don't know if I did that on camera because there were a couple things that I forgot when I was going through like my final checks and walkthrough. Like I forgot outdoor lighting and some clutter in the kitchen. So I was like, oh gosh, like I can't believe I just kind of left it like that. And then, yeah, I forgot lights around the outside and perimeter. So yeah, we're doing the one upstairs bedroom out of two. This is kind of like a soft green sagey color, maybe not as dark as like a sage, but I did find these horse ranch curtains which actually did fit the double windows, so that's quite nice, but I didn't want to use them in the master because it wouldn't have really, you know, fit with the overall style in there. We do put a desk and a computer in here, but then I also put the same out in the hallway as like a hallway office study area, and then that's a little reading nook with two rocking chairs. And I was trying to find a floor lamp that kind of works, and then I just decided to use these small wall lanterns instead to provide some ambient light over there. Looks quite nice, I think. Now we're into the kids' bedroom. I went with blue in here and just like some darker orangey wood tones. Using a console table, again, kind of like a dresser, but I do put one of the vertical horse ranch dressers here, which are nice because they're like single tile things and they just work really great. I'm using some cats and dogs decor, like the lighthouse I thought was so cute, and then the little shape of the cat and the animals, and I just put some kids related clutter, again, because I imagine this being like a kid's room, not so much like, you know, a teenager's room, but it very well could be too. I mean, you just get rid of the little toy basket, I guess, and you're good to go. Maybe change the rug because the rug is more kid oriented, and the chair, it's like a bear chair. So yeah, but very nice bedroom all around and all together. And the curtains, I guess, yeah, if you were to convert this to a teen, you'd probably want to change those too. I don't know, unless they like clouds, then that's cool too. I did put a trunk in the upstairs like landing area, the stairwell, and then I really tried to find a bookshelf and a bookcase, but there's just none that really work all that well here. So I ended up putting the piano from Horse Ranch instead, and this like guitar looking thing. It's actually a playable instrument. I did put these nectar shelves in down by the kitchen really quickly. You probably saw that, but I do change those out for non-functional, like a decorative nectar that actually had like bottles in it. I don't believe you can store anything in those like those nectar shelves could, but if you want to swap those back out, totally up to you. I just thought that the ones with the actual bottles looked kind of nice, so we kind of went with that instead. Saving, because that is important. The game sometimes does just crash and freeze up, so I am now trying to find a debug fence, and I was just going through a bunch of different items just to see like the size and kind of how they look. We do this small little thing that makes it look like front gates that are just open. Obviously, they're not like spaced properly because if they were closed, it wouldn't match up, but it's purely decorative and that's all it is. It's just to provide some kind of like landscaping to the front of the build, and we're surrounding it with bushes. I do find this nice tree, but then it's the wrong color for this part of the world, so I do end up finding a different colored variant of that in the debug catalog to use. And then there's a bunch of different like milk jug things and these planters, so we do come back and add flowers into those as well, just decorative kind of items here. And now placing some of the flowers that kind of surround the lot in the world. And I do those kind of around the front and using the same bushes. The bush wouldn't go there because it was kind of attaching itself to the foundation. So it's like, oh gosh, so we can't have that. So I did put some more grass instead, which is very nice. The landscaping is very wild here. There's no real organization or anything to it. I do this decorative horse ranch kind of like area where you can kind of like tie your horse to if you were to have one. And I was thinking about rocks and stuff, but I do find these like curved rocks and I thought, oh, that's perfect to come off of the dining room area there and kind of curve them outward. And we do come back and add a fire pit out there and 2 log benches for your Sims to enjoy, basically directly outside the dining room. Here we are putting the plants into the planter boxes, and then I just scatter some around here and there. The outside trash bin is kind of off that back side door. It is probably the furthest away. I probably could have put it on the other door by the kitchen. That would have probably made the most sense. Also, I just realized I forgot a trash bin on the inside for the kitchen. Whoops. Oh well, it's okay. You have an outdoor one. I mean, Sims just have to walk quite far, but it's okay. It's all right. Terrain painting, I had to do twice. Lovely. This is the second time around. And then when I went to like load a sim into the lot, again, all the terrain painting was gone when I went to go take screenshots. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, so I just replaced the lot, which gave me the terrain painting back, but it just happened so frequently. But here is the finished build of Prairie View. If you are still here, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. We're kind of going around the exterior. There's the side door there with the trash bin. You can see the balcony. This is the floor plan of the first floor, and then we have the second floor up here. And then we kind of zoom around the house and get all of the different views. This is that outdoor fireplace. Very nice. I put some wood log benches there as well. This is the main entrance, and then we have the dining room. Again, you can see that beautiful barn door just open and out to the world, but very nice all around, and the decorations just fit so well. This is the kitchen area. I was going to put the oven like underneath the countertop stove, but then it doesn't work right, and the countertop ends up showing through the oven door's glass. So I was like, yeah, we do have to kind of off center those. But this is the primary bedroom. Absolutely beautiful. I love the accent wall there, and it's just very cozy and comforting. This is the primary bath. Very nice base game linen cabinet there too, I have to say. Never used that, but it's very limited in colors, but that's probably also why. So yeah, this is the stairwell study area. And then this is the kids' bedroom. And then we go into the other bedroom up here on the second floor. And then we go into the second floor bath, which is the third and final bathroom. There is one downstairs, like behind the staircase, but I didn't show that one. I just kind of showed this one in the primary. And then we go back outside to show this beautiful fireplace off that's on the front porch, and then kind of zoom around the rest of the lot. I do hope you enjoyed this speed build. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already for future speed builds. That's all I had for this video. I do thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.